Hello, hello. Long time no see. So it's been a while since I've been here. I figured we'd go over some of the stuff up at two and go through what still needs to be worked on. So impromptu, I guess, WIP parade. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome. Thank you so much for coming back. It's been months since I've actually recorded any kind of Flosstube. The lighting is still funky. Working on it. I have moved my desk yet again. And I like it where it is. I just have to work on the lighting situation. But let's just dive right into it, shall we? So, of course, now it's December, so round robins are coming to an end. And I've gotten one of mine back. The other one is not quite done yet, but it's not the end of the year yet. So, no big deal. This is going to be kind of jumbly. I apologize. But my comparatively small red chip of life has come back. It's technically not done because I have to add some more border to it. But this is where we're at. So this is on Mislaid Pages fabric. It is sparkly. I believe it is 28 count. I don't remember the name, but none of the called for threads. This came out fantastically. And this is me with Michelle, Bendy Stitchy, Rachel Ray, and Perfectly Perfect Heather. Everybody did a fantastic job. So happy to have this back. Can't wait to actually finish the border, but it looks fine the way it is. So maybe I won't put the extra border on. I kind of like it without it. We shall see. We shall see. That's that one. There's going to be stuff everywhere. Try to keep it somewhat neat. And then back in August, I finished the Final Fantasy Summon Cell, just designed by Pix, a Pix Stitch on Twitter, wow, on Twitch. So this is his design. Lighting is horrible. A little more light on it. There we go. It's a little bit better. So if you're into Final Fantasy, this is 14 summons from Final Fantasy. So this came out amazing. And then I went a little overboard and I did it a second time. And I did this one for them because I know they will never get a chance to stitch it for themselves. So yeah. Actually, this is the original one I did. Full cross, over one, and 28 count. And this is half cross, 1/1, 28 count. All DMC, 110 colors. That's 16,000 and change stitches? Yeah, words. Words are hard. There we go. Words are hard. Lighting is hard. Stick it over here where my light is. It helps. Yeah. Those are those. I just have to mail the one who picks. And they know about it. I've already revealed it to them. We will hit them when it actually gets there. Mm, I think that's about all the major things I've worked on. Everything else I've worked on is still a WIP. So we'll just hop into all the WIPs I have going into next year. The exception of this. This is my other ink circles that I have to do. Michelle's is already done and packed up. You just have to mail it. I believe this is Jules from my Lothlorian group. This is Spirited Mandala in circles. There are two people in my group doing this. So I get to finish this one, which is awesome. This is on 32 count Lugana. I don't know that I've ever actually looked at this. I'm so busy. This is where they're at. Looks really, really nice. I get to finish it and then send this back to them. So this is a priority. This has been living on my desk. I think I'll leave the fabric out of it and put it right there so I can work on it. The other priority to get done ASAP so I can mail it is my birthday sale round robin. We were in hiatus a little bit, or stasis state, because of the Canada Post strike. And now Canada Post is back to delivering mail. So I need to work on this some more. This is Autumn is as Joyful by Leela's Studio. This I chose to do for my birthday. A bunch of people jumped in. Some are doing their own piece. Some are stitching on a one that I started and passing around to a bunch of people. And four of us are doing it round robin style. So I numbered, can't see the numbers probably on here. All these larger motifs are numbered. We're all doing our own acorn because it's huge. And that would be a lot to ask anybody to do. So we're all doing the acorn and 3 motifs to start. And then we're all doing the same motifs in the same order because they don't repeat. And so nobody gets stuck stitching the same thing twice. And yeah, figuring that out took way too much brain power at the time. So I have one more motif to finish before I send this out. This is where I am at. It looks a little funky. The border's on this side. It's the edge. This is the middle, folded in half. So I did not have the acorn even started yet. These motifs are huge. This is on 28 count, another Jessie fabric, mislaid pages. I have this motif over here to finish. And I would like to get the outline of the acorn done, just because it'll make it easier for everybody else working on this project to count off of and reference. That's where that is. That I need to get done ASAP so I can mail it. Since we're already technically a little behind. Not too bad. We were supposed to mail on December 16th, which the strike was happening at that time, so we've been holding. So as soon as I get this done, it will be going to Pam. And the good thing about the good thing about that is we're all using DMC, I believe. I'm confirming that, so we don't have to ship any of the threads, which is going to save a lot of money. There's a lot of colors. There's a lot of colors. And the most recent WIP is I got, for the first time this year, I got the Holiday Countdown box collaboration with Evertote, Roxy Floss Co., and Modern Folk Embroidery. The first time I've gotten the box. It has gone to the wayside at the moment because I have those other projects to do. but I got the first 2 days done. Yeah. So the first 2 days are done. Every day you get a floss and a piece of the pattern. I have the third day opened, and that's it. So once the other stuff is done, I'll pick this back up. This is also it's a 28 count Roxy Floss Go fabric. I don't remember what it's called. It has like a very, very pale bluish hue to it. Bluey gray. But yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that becomes. But trying to avoid spoiler posts because a bunch of people I follow are doing it. So I've seen a little bit of a sneaky peek, but I kind of scroll past them real fast. Alrighty, now to the mess down here. So a lot of my WIPs are on scroll frames. Hopefully I got them all. We shall see. But another project that has fallen by the wayside, sadly, and I need to get back to is the 2024 Stitch for Pride Sal by D's 20 Stitches. I am loving this project. I just got distracted by a bunch of sparkly things. This is where this one's at. We got up to May done. This is the called for fabric by Mislaid Pages again, called Determination. It's another 28 count Ligana. And I'm just picking flosses that speak to me or are very similar to the ones that the Knitting Nurse Jasmine did. I'm really liking how it's turning out. I believe I have June's floss picked out. So I need to hop on back on this and work on this again as well. I have not bought the 2025 Stitch for Pride. I'll definitely get the learning segment. I'm not sure if I'll do the stitching. So that is something I still have to do. Snatch that up. These are the flosses we've used so far. So a bunch of Brennan Needle. Brennan Needle, Ship's Manor, a couple of Nate Salter's Calling. So yeah, that's where we're at. The June one's buried over there. So that's where that one is at. Most of these are in Pattern Keeper, with the exception of the Evertote one. It's paper because you're opening every day. Let's see. These are in no particular order. Ah, this one. This is one from 2023. I got this from Jessie at Mislaid Pages from her shop because I wanted to try perforated paper. And I started it at Stitch North 2023. Pretty much haven't touched it since. It's just sticks. It's a Mail Hill. I like it. I just haven't gotten back to it. That's where we're at. And yeah, it's perforated paper so you can see through it. That's all the progress I got while I Stitch North. The night before it actually started. The most time consuming thing was separating and figuring out what colors each thread were. So yes, there's going to be zippers. What's this one? Alright. This is on a frame. I believe it's you. Yep. Alright. The next one is from my roomie design, Miriam. If you're seeing this, you probably have seen people working on this. It's gives you a sense of what it is. Lighting is hard. I really need to get a light that faces this way. I'm just working on the border. So yeah, not much done. I believe we're all the way across on the top. This is on a 32 count mislaid pages fabric. I like mislaid pages fabric, can you tell? I have a lot of it. It has a lot. It's gorgeous fabric. They have a job, so they are unable to do it full time, unfortunately. So when they're able to do it, snatch it up. That's all I'm saying. This is, I don't know the name to it. Fabric. This is one of the ones there's no name for. It's just pretty. So this is from Yalda to Nowruz. So I'm very much looking forward to working on these next year because they have relinquished and they're all beautiful. You know what? They need love. They need some love. Right, up next. Oh, another paper pattern. Halloween Quaker. Love this pattern. Just using random flosses for this one. This is not on the Mislaid Pages fabric. This is on Swamp Thing, Fox and Rabbit, that I won from Michelle of Bendy Stitchy. And we do not have much progress on it at all. Where's the stitching? It's over here. We have one motif and it's not even done. This is the Dark 13 project I started after finishing my last one, and then totally forgot about doing Dark 13 the rest of the year, which is. So yeah, not much progress. I am thinking about doing WIP Go next year, which means I actually need to set up a board so I can do that. Because it's December. You're almost done with December. This one I pulled because I'm pretty sure I started it. I may or may not have. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, cool. This is Stitchy Approach Cardinal's Promise. I love this. I'm not a religious person, but I love the symbolism of cardinals and loved ones. This is in called for Cottage Garden Threads. I ordered this when it came out in the market. And this is on Picture This Plus Nocturne, 28 count. I have a lot of 28 count. Which way does this go? Wow, this is a hot mess. There's threads and needles. This is where we're at. Just a little bit on the top. That's it. Not much done on this at all. Grogu tending to it. Is that Yoda? I'm pretty sure it's Grogu. So, yeah. Very minimal done on this, sadly. They're at Stitch North this year, this coming year. You'll probably see some of these projects in person. I do not plan on doing any more round robins this year, so I can actually work on my WIPs and start some stuff I have kitted up that I would like to work on as well. That's the plan. as you know, plans change. Ooh, this one. And look, another just graphic. Oh, yeah. Thank you. All right. So this is a pattern by These 20 Stitches in Uncanny Kari. Trans Bride Tapestry. Amazing, beautiful pattern. This is the paper copy, I believe. I have it digitally as well. But I'm doing it off the digital copy. It's a mix of called for and uncalled for flosses. Of course, this treasure braid I'm using as well. By the way, this has lingered. It's a 32 count. 32 count linen. Not my favorite, but it is a one of a kind by Miss Lay Pages. It is gorgeous. Very much gorgeous. And this is where we're at. Try to do it without knocking into my light. But yeah, we just have part of the unicorn and that's it. There is a mess up. One of them is like 1.5 instead of a 1. Or 2.5. There's an extra thread. But in the grand scheme of things, you'll never know once it's done. But so this needs some love as well. Stuff needs to get off these 4 stretcher bars. Scroll frames. Get some love next year. It's gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. And I will say the color is actually coming out very, very true, which I'm happy about. And a bunch of people are working on that as well. I've seen it finished. I have the other 2 unicorns as well. And the other one is started, of course. So I need to finish that one first. Next up is my temperature dragon. I need to catch up writing down the temperatures for. This is by Christie's Corner. You'll find them on Etsy. They have one for next year as well. That is a peacock, which I have not purchased yet, but it is amazing. This is all done in these Stitch Me Silks. It's a whole rainbow of colors. So I have my setup for any future temperature projects. And I did catch up a little bit on this. So we're getting there. I was only up to May. I was only caught up to May, and then I did June, July, August, and September. So now we're caught up to September. And the original pattern had this charted in either just one temperature. You either use an average, a high, or a low. I decided to be extra and do high and low, which is why this is super, super colorful. I'm loving how it's turning out. Most of the months are pretty easy to divide it with the high and the low, like these geometric shapes. Really easy to do. The face, the long lines, pain in the butt. So I'm not looking forward to this half of the face because it's going to be very similar to this. So it's going to be a little bit tricky. I do plan on filling in these eyes with white so they pop a little bit better. That's where we are with that. This is just a random fabric from a freebie table. It's either 28 or 32. Yeah. I like doing these monthly. Obviously, I'm a bit behind. Most likely catch up in January and get it done. because a whole month does not take that long to stitch. You also have to catch up writing down the temperatures. Quickly look and see if that is in here. Nope, it's not. Okay, so it's down there. We have a little pocket planner there. Oh, no, it is. Haha. Pocket planner, writing down all the temperatures. I'm going to take that out so I can catch those up and toss it back in here. After we film, while I'm thinking about it, that's the temperature dragon for this year. My first temperature cell. It was doing pretty good initially, like most of us do. And then right. Then we have Make Today Magical. This was a stitch along by Tiny Modernist last year or the year before. I was working on this. Pardon. I was working on this year at Stitch North. I totally anticipated I was going to have it done in May. Spoiler, it's not done. I got back from Stitch North, worked on it a little bit, and then put it away and haven't touched it. There's not much left on this. I have used a lot of uncalled for colors. And it's on the scroll frame right now, so you won't be able to see the whole thing. This is the top part. I was working on the goose over here. I'm using colors, reference colors from Canada Goose. This anti-modernist is Canadian. So yeah. Once this is complete, obviously I will show it off. You'll see the whole thing. The white, all the white in this is actually glow in the dark. So there's moons up here and such you cannot see. This is a 28 count fabric. I don't remember who the dyer is. I can look. Hold, please. I used to know. It's a 28 count. No, it's not. I lied. It's a 16 count Ada by Mystic Fabrics called Aurora. That makes sense. It looks a little bit bigger. 16 count Ada. But it's going to look amazing when it's done. And I did this owl twice because it was originally all in like a yellow. I didn't like all the yellow. So I ripped the whole thing out and redid it in a brown. Shades of brown. I like it much better. Nothing against yellow, but it was like this. It was too much yellow for me. Too much yellow because it was like this goldy yellow, like up in here. I was not a fan. Awesome pattern. Wasn't liking all the goldy antique gold yellow. All right, almost done. We had 3 projects there and only 2 bags. Oh, I know. That one I don't have a bag for. Haha. All right, this one's on vacation. Next up, we have another one by Marumi Designs. They created this for D 20 stitches. This Defiant the Hawk. Every year, it's Flip D the bird, so she designed a bird for D for their birthday. Fortunately, this is a black and white photo, the printout. It is much more colorful than this, of course. This is also on Miscellaneous Pages fabric. It's a 14 count Ada. And we're almost done with the border. It looks very small in here compared to the picture. But yeah. Yep, that's right. I was questioning that I had the right project, but it is correct. And I'm using uncalled for colors on this as well. But yeah. I like getting borders done so I know the placement on the fabric. Plus they tend to repeat, so they're pretty quick and easy. And then the showpiece will be right in here. This gorgeous frame that Miriam of Barumi Designs is known for. They're gorgeous frames. So that's Defiant. Another one that needs love. All right, we have two left. One is a WIP I have not actually worked on. I inherited it, or I got it from Michelle Bendy Stitchy. I fell in love with it when they were working on it, and I wanted it. That is Cletus. I do not have a picture of Cletus, but this is Michelle's progress. Yes, those are all the needle binders she had on it. She sent everything. So I have not had a chance to work on this at all yet. This is on 25 count Uber 1. This will be my first full coverage piece ever. So he. I got the progress file from her after I purchased the pattern. Of course, because the progress file would be nothing if I didn't have the pattern. So it's all ready to go. I just have to work on it. And this is a Heaven and Earth design before they decided to use AI and lose a bunch of artists because they're using AI. So it's totally valid. I support the artists who didn't want their stuff stolen. And then last, not least, actually, there's two more. I lied. I don't know where the threads are for this. Actually, I think I do. Hang on. And I gotta get the threads. Be right back. Okay, we're back. How could I forget? The Marie tapestry. A bunch of us started this. We were supposed to get it done, supposed to finish it in May-ish, I believe. I have not touched this in forever. This is another piece that's on 32 count, which is probably why I haven't touched it. Not my favorite count. I do have little notes on here of what I've used. This I'm using a bunch of different threads as well, kind of figuring out as I go, which is slow. I asked hubby, because he is a huge Lord of the Rings fan, what he thought of. So this is where we're at with this. And yes, the greens on each side are a different color. This fabric just soaks up the light. So this screen on this side and this screen on that side are different. And I'm okay with that because why not? It took me several tries to find a green I liked. And I kind of like the fact that one looks like it's more in the sun, possibly, than the other. So we have not gotten very far on this at all. The top box is actually one too high. But who cares? It's all good. Too high is fine. Too short would have been a problem. But yeah. That's where we're at. I thought I was going to go through and do all the border, and I'm like, you know what? I'm really going to screw this up if I do that. Clearly. So we stopped and we started working on the pieces inside of it. This is going to be very enjoyable to work on. This 32 count's not as bad for me now. You can see it a little bit better than I used to. And let me see. What fabric are we on? This is a 32 count. Do I have any information on it? Of course not. Why would I have information on the fabric I'm using? Yeah, we're using a bunch of stuff. The border is all Mrs. Sada's silk. Hold, please. I believe the information is in my Notion. Use the actual app. So I'm going to look at our Notion. Under WIPs. In progress. Holy moly, look at them all. Maria Tapestry. So this is on Into the Woods. It's Atomic Ranch. And it's a linen. It says 28 count. I'm not buying that. I'm pretty sure it's a 32. But who knows? Either way, it's linen. Linen is not my favorite. I love how it looks. I don't like working on it. So yeah. That's where we're at with that one. Yeah, it's on this giant scroll. Yeah, now I'm just being silly. But yeah, that's the last one on a scroll frame. There's one more that has a very pitiful start on it because I started with the white. And this is one I won from the long distance stitchers, the Megans. They decided to sell Moon Phase Bell Pole. I threw my name in that hat and I won. This lovely piece of fabric in the pattern, and they sent the DMC, which I thought was funny. And I have no idea which way is up at this point. I don't remember my logic of which way I wanted it. And this is a Kaylee 10 stitch fabric. I'm going to go with this for now. I really don't know. It's been so long. I started with the white. White stitches stink. I hate doing white stitches, and of course it's moons. So there's going to be a lot. They don't look terrible. They look fine. It's just white. Yeah, that's as far as I've gotten. So not much progress at all. I have to figure out which way I was thinking of orientating it. Figure out if it goes this way or that way. We'll have to look. Right now it looks like a very oddly shaped moon. Yeah, doesn't look round at all. That's in my lovely, one of my Evertote bags. I believe that is everything. So not too bad. I think I have 13, something like that. Let's see if my Notion is up to date. Go back, go back. Do. See. Oh, 15. Oof. Technically 14. Because the Stitch It For Me is, I already did my birthday style Stitch It For Me. It's already on its way. That one we're working on. That one, yes. That one, yes. That one. Technically, I'm not working on you. You gotta be restarted. That brings you down to 13. So yeah, 13. So I have 13 WIPs with 14 if you count the one in timeout, which is Deadly Aquarium. I haven't decided if I'm gonna rip it out and restart because I realized it's way over to one side because I took a page break as the midline. Oops. Whoopsies. But that's all my WIPs. As for next year, I do want to start getting some really good progress on them, finish some of them. Make Today Magical needs to be done. The round robins will be done, except for my birthday one, because that one goes up till October now. just because of the delay with the Canada Post. I don't want to put extra pressure on anybody in that. We could take the extra month. It's not a big deal. So if you're watching this, don't stress about it. As long as it gets done by this time next year, I am happy. Does not have to be done by my birthday next year. Looking around. Do, do, do. Yeah, I think that's it. So thank you for joining me. Sorry that this was very scattered and all over the place. It's been a while, y'all. I've been streaming on Twitch and that setting that up and getting that going took a lot of time. And I'm enjoying it profusely. So if you're on Twitch, follow me over there. It's the same name. Just drop the graphs. Pocket right over there as well. I believe the link should be underneath on my main page. It's there somewhere. I hope. If not, just search me on Twitch. You'll find me. The logo's the same. So easy peasy. But thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you have a great holiday season, whichever holiday you celebrate. If you don't celebrate any holidays, I just hope you have a great winter. Or if you're in the other hemisphere, a wonderful summer. And that's going to be it for me. I'm going to have a nice, relaxing Saturday. Hopefully, we have some snow on the ground here. It's beautiful. I love it. It is really cold. And then it's supposed to be 50 degrees again next weekend. Yeah. I wish it would just stay cold so my sinuses would chill out. But apparently that is not possible. So until next time, and I don't know when that will be, happy stitching, and I'll see you later. Bye.